let's go ahead and get started in Adobe Illustrator. So I'm just going to hit the New File button, or you can pull down the File menu to New. And I'm just going to start with a letter. That's the size of the paper, 8.5 by 11. And I like to make sure that the measurement is set to inches, because by default it might be something else. So we got a letter size, we got inches. Let's hit Create. And if you're going to follow along, then you're going to need to set up your tools like I have. And so here are the important tools that you're going to need. All of the Adobe palettes and tools are under the window menu, so that's really convenient if you ever lose any of them. One of your most important is the control panel, or the control bar. So here across the top, the control bar changes depending on what tool you have chosen in the toolbar. The other thing is I always use the advanced toolbars. So under the window menu, you have toolbars, and make sure that says advanced. And if you ever lose your toolbar, you can always turn it again. You can turn it back on in this menu. And the next one you're going to need is your layers. So under the window menu, pull down to layers and make sure you have this. Sometimes the layers panel comes in rather small, and sometimes it comes in with other tools. So I always like to go to the bottom corner and make it as tall as possible so you can have as many layers as possible. And then here, if there are extra tabs that come in, I like to just get rid of those. So I'm going to just grab these other tabs and pull it off to the left, and then click this little X. That. All right. And there's one more thing that you need to set up. We're not going to use this now, but if you don't set it up now, it will be confusing later. So here in the toolbar, you have this tool right there. It is the scale tool. And if you hover over any of these tools, a little window will come up and it will tell you what that is. So in the scale tool on the toolbar, if we double click that, you can see we have these. By default, these will be turned off, but you want to make sure that scale corners and scale strokes and effects are turned on, and click OK. And the other nice thing about these tools is that we can move these palettes around if they get in the way. There are a couple of other things. So here, if you look really closely, there are some tools like this one right here. That's the pen tool. And there's a little kind of a white tip, a little triangle. And if we press that tool down, we can move over and we can click that. And so this is called a tear off palette. And you can see several of the tools have that. The important one right now is going to be the pen tool. And we are going to be using all of these pen tool options in the tear off palette. All right, we are ready to get started.